Look at that.
Or even if we just dim them. Oh, yeah. Go down. Because there's a lot of glare right now.
Okay, going
So as
down.
low as we can get them. Perfect. Awesome. You guys need a little bit of light.
A little bit.
Yeah, get a little bit.
Tell me what. How's that, James?
That's cool. That's good.
How's that for you guys?
We'll have to, for right now it's okay, there's not too much glare, but it's okay for right now. Do you want to zoom in a little bit?
That's
Should we say anything? Say anything?
two. Stay right here. It's on, the mic's on. Right?
Oh, okay. Hey guys, so we're here from the box in the first game at OUAZ in the press box.
Brand new.
Brand new. So Texas Wesleyan came to town. It's the Rams that are here. The Rams are 0-2, had a couple of tough losses first few weeks of the season, had a bye week last week. Now we have them coming here from all the way from
Fort Worth, Texas.
Fort Worth,
Yes, sir.
to play an Ottawa University team that is ranked in the top 25 that's also just coming off the bye week. So this would be an interesting matchup tonight. You know, this Texas Wesleyan team kind of licking their wounds a little bit from the past few weeks, but coming in confident, feeling prepared. So we'll see what happens tonight. And on the flip side, the other side of the field, you've got a very, very tough opponent in Ottawa, Ottawa University, Arizona, the Spirit. A lot of weapons, although last game we had a few key injuries in the offense that put the responsibility solely on the shoulders of one guy on the tail end of the game, and that was number 20, Josh Vizcaya. So it'll be interesting to see how the team regroups and rallies tonight with those other guys back. So it should be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a great time. We spoke with Coach Prudhomme before the game on the field, and his guys are ready to play. They're going to go out here and try to get it done. So it's going to be great. Why don't you guys stay with us and stay right here in the booth with us, the brand new booth here at OUAZ, and we're going to do some of the game and just hang out with us. All right? Sweet.
Okay. And we, with our crew here, we have Juan and Amanda. So I don't know if you guys should we turn the camera to them a little bit? There you go.
Definitely.
This is our production crew here from OUAZ.
Say hi, guys.
So all right. So
awesome.
Anyway,
we're going to have some fun tonight.
Yes.
Should be a great game.
Okay. Plus, it'll give you guys a chance to see a little bit of what we do behind the scenes and to kind of keep us in check as well.
Exactly. We always need that, as you know. And Amanda, so you'll be able to hear what's coming through the thing,
so
not just what's off of here, but what's coming through there?
Right, so we can hear you guys.
Okay.
So whatever you guys are saying, we can hear.
Okay.
Yep. We just can't talk
make
to
sure
you,
it's
so.
not too hot.
Yeah. And how do we know that?
But that she's getting levels.
Oh,
I want to
okay.
see where.
Do we need to do a sound check
Where
with?
can you see your? Where can you see your level?
We're 5 minutes to kick off.
Cool.
So yeah, I can see it.
I'll just peek in on that every once in a
Yeah.
while. Thank you. It's awesome. I'm waiting for you to start this.
Yes. Now, why? What is that? It's a recorder, right? Oh, okay.
Right off the board here.
Oh, nice. And will that go the whole game?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Yes. And big thank you to superfan Scotty Bonham. Brought us beef jerky. We had him on the show this morning. Drove in from California.
It might not
City,
make it till
California.
halftime.
No, I had a little bit of it. It was delicious.
Mm.
All right.
Here they come.
Okay, here comes the team. I wonder if they can see that far. No, there's a little bit of a glare. We might even, do we want to shut the...
I'm definitely not helping.
Yeah, dim the lights a little bit more.
I would dim them.
Okay.
If you can.
We're gonna dim the lights just a tad. How's that? Better?
Yeah, that's better.
There we go.
Perfect.
You guys good?
Yep.
Okay.
Is that cool?
All right. Okay. Do we need to do any kind of sound check with Amanda?
Yeah, if you guys could.
Okay.
Let's do that. You ready?
Yeah.
Check, check, check. 1, 2. Check, check, check.
Check. 1, 2, 3. Check. We're not too hot. No fuzz. No. Okay. Are we? A little bit. Check.
Check, check, check.
Check. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Check,
Good
check,
evening,
check.
ladies
1,
and
2.
gentlemen. Good evening. Check.
Welcome
Check.
to Spirit Field and Surprise.
Oh.
Check, check, check.
You know who we have to get really quick?
We got to get the sound right.
Kevin, do you have 30 seconds that we could put you on our YouTube Live? Really quick, just to say hello. Do you have it? Oh.
That's all right.
Okay. Athletic Director Kevin Steele from OUAZ. Kevin, thank you so much. This is our debut in the press box. I want to say hello to everybody. Thank you.
It's a privilege to be up here, isn't
Okay.
it? Glad to not be swaying.
Thank you. All right.
Let's
Have a
have a
good
great
night.
game.
Thanks.
Check, check, check. 1, 2. Check, check, check. Hit your mic, guys.
Check. 1, 2, 3. Check. He's gonna fire us. I feel it. No, he loves us. He loves us.
Check, check, check. 1, 2. Hit your mic.
Check. 1, 2, 3. Check. Check. 1, 2, 3. Check.
Check, 1, 2. Check, check,
Check. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Try it again, Vince.
Check. 1, 2, 3. Check. Check. 1, 2.
Hit it again.
Check. 1,
Let's go
2,
for a
3.
touchdown.
Check. I can barely hear. I know that's a different say. Oh, here we go. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go.
I'm having to take it down here so it's not so hot.
Okay. Better?
Check, check, check. 1, 2.
Check.
Check,
1,
check.
2, 3.
Hit yours again.
Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check. Check.
Yeah, he's going. It's going to be Shamar. He's going to go all the way. Okay, that's good. I think we're good now.
Touchdown.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now we need to see Amanda's nose.
Yeah.
While we're talking for a second. Check, check, check. 1, 2. Check, check, check. 1, 2. Check, check, check. 1, 2. What? Is that 12?
Check. 1, 2, 3. That one. That must be me right there. Yep. Okay.
They won't hardly hear it on the broadcast.
Like,
Uh-huh.
A little bit.
Yeah, try
A
that.
little bit more. Yeah. I think that's good.
Check,
Right
check,
there.
Check, 1, 2.
Check.
Check, check. 1, 2.
it's almost to 10.
Okay. Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, let me know if you need me to adjust it.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Spirit Field here in Surprise. We're on the campus of Ottawa University, Arizona. A good crowd on hand tonight here as the Texas Wesleyan Rams are in town. Vince, it's going to be a great contest here this evening.
Well, you know, I think it is. It depends on which Wesleyan team shows up tonight. I mean, we have the team that's had two very difficult losses. First one was against the number 4 ranked team in the country in Kansas Wesleyan. They lost that game 48-24. 2 weeks ago, they played at Houston Baptist, and that game obviously was a loss, 58-13. So they've had a bye week to think about it, and they're coming in here after what was likely, a 10, 12-hour bus trip, and came in on Thursday. So we'll see what team we get, but they came in feeling pretty loose, pretty confident, talking to their coach, Joe Prudhomme, and he feels like he's up for the challenge, even though he knows that he's got a really good team across from him.
Yeah, the Spirit are going to present a big challenge tonight for the Texas Wesleyan Rams. But Coach Prudhomme, as you mentioned, said he's got his guys ready to play. They came in, they tried to get acclimated to things, maybe got around town a little bit, maybe a little bit of R&R. They said they got to wind down a little bit.
Yeah.
So they should be ready to play. And it's going to be a great one here. We're so glad you tuned in here tonight on the OUAZ Digital Network, coming to you live from Spirit Field in the new press box. We are actually on the OUAZ side now, Vince, finally.
It'll be interesting because we're getting a fan's perspective. We were on the other side of the field, on the visitor's side, or at least the visiting team side, but now we can even see the scoreboard. We see what everyone else sees in the stadium, so our perspective may be a little different, James.
It should be. Back deep to receive for Texas Wesleyan. Number 2 is lined up. That's Diamond Williams. And number 5 is on the far side over there for the Rams. That is Tyler Pullick.
Be nice to see. The Rams will have the ball first.
A great kick into the end zone. Landon Reeves with yet another touchback. Vince, he's been doing that all season long for the Spirit.
Every game. And he definitely needs to do it here. We got to look at that, at their quarterback, at the Ram quarterback, Donovan Isom. This kid is I didn't see the stat sheet on his height and weight, but he looks to me he's about 6'4", 240, 250. I mean, he is a solid mountain of a man.
A big fella for sure. The ball now is going to be spotted at the 25-yard line of Texas Wesleyan. That's where they'll begin their first drive of the evening here at Spirit Field in Surprise. Isom is in the shotgun. Split backs beside him. Here's a snap, the give, and coming near side, crossing the 30, out to the 35, almost the 40-yard line. That is number 3 on the tote there for the Rams, Trey Jackson.
Last year, the Spirit went out to Fort Worth to play Wesleyan and narrowly escaped with a win, but that running game of the Rams gave them fits all night. It was 175 yards rushing, and that first run didn't make me feel very warm and fuzzy there.
1st and 10 now for Texas Wesleyan at their own 39-yard line. We're scoreless just inside the first quarter here from Spirit Field, 14:44 on the clock as we look across at the video board.
Key matchup, James, obviously is going to be that offensive line, that front 5 of the Rams versus the 4 guys with their hands on the ground here for the Spirit.
So 2 by 2 on the outside for Isom. Here's the shotgun snap. He's got protection. He looks to throw. He's got a man near the 40-yard line. He can't haul it in. That is number 14, Collier Ricks, the intended receiver there for Donovan Isom.
I would expect, based solely on what happened last year, that these guys are going to come out and definitely it'll be more run to pass ratio than we would expect. They're going to run the ball a lot more tonight.
2nd and 10 now for Texas Wesleyan. Here's the snap. The give to Jackson. He goes up the middle. He gets about 2, maybe 3 yards. And he is stopped there. That's number 45 in on the stop for the Spirit defense. And that's Christian Baville.
Yeah, those ends for the Spirit better be careful because they're going to get lulled to sleep on that zone read. And as Isom is scanning that line and deciding whether to keep or give, there's going to be one play where he just pulls that ball back and takes off because these ends are getting pinched down.
3rd and 6 now, 3rd and 5, for Texas Wesleyan. Here's the shotgun snap. He looks to throw, surveys the field. He finds a man at the 46-yard line, but he's going to be about a yard short of the line to gain. That's number 5 on the reception there for the Rams, Tyler Pullick. So now, 4th down and 1, and it looks like Coach Joe Perdom is going to go for it here, Vince, with 13:30 remaining here in the first quarter.
Well, why not? You're 0-2. See what happens. Dial up a play, and if anything, just take that big 6'4" quarterback and put the ball in his hands and let him reach across, see if he can get the first down on his own.
Isom will go under center. Here's a snap. He's going to keep it, and he's bobbled up there at the line of scrimmage. A good push by the defensive line of OUAZ, and I believe they have denied the first down for Texas Wesleyan.
I got to see this spot because I saw what looked like a referee gave him a first down in a generous spot. Yep, it's a first down.
They are moving the chains.
Was a very surprising spot for me. I thought that they got him, but apparently on that initial effort, they gave him the spot, and it's 1st and 10.
So 1st down and 10 now for Texas Wesleyan from their own 47-yard line. 2 by 1 on the outside for Isom. They give it to Jackson. He comes to the near side, and right there he is wrapped up. That is number 31 on the stop there for the Spirit defense, Justin Barnett, the will linebacker for Coach Mike Nesbitt.
Yeah, so The line is going to do a really good job of tying up that offensive line, which should free the linebackers up to start making some plays. But again, we got to watch that zone read by the Rams, and now we've got an empty backfield here. So
2nd and 10 now. You mentioned they emptied out for Isom, 2-by-2 on the out, 3-by-2, 5 wide for Donovan Isom. They completed at the 50-yard line, a little tunnel screen there, and going to the far side of the field, picking up extra yardage across the 20. He's finally ridden out of bounds at the 15-yard line on the far side of the football field. And what a gain there for Texas Wesleyan. That was number 6, Toten the Rock, Lamont Monroe on the reception.
I don't believe that the Spirit have seen any empty sets this whole season, any 5 wide sets. So they better be ready.
That's a loose football right there, Vince. And they deem it as an incomplete pass. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 now for Texas Wesleyan.
Yeah, and what I was saying was the secondary has got to react better to those empty backfield sets. They've got to be able to cover those receivers. And if that means taking an extra linebacker out, putting another safety in the game to cover, then that's what they need to do. And they need to do it early.
2nd and 10 now for the Rams from the Spirit 13-yard line. They send a man in motion, the high snap to Isom. He swings it to the near side. That's a loose football right there, Vince. And it's recovered by the Spirit at the 22-yard line. And OUAZ will take over. 1st down and 10 for the Spirit.
Yeah, backward lateral, and you don't cover that ball up, that's what's going to happen every time. So luckily, Spirit got a lucky break on that play. Let's see if they can capitalize it and march down the field.
Trying to swing it out there to the near side, get something going on the edge there was the Texas Wesleyan Rams, but OUAZ with a very heady play to recover that one. And now here comes the Spirit offense. 1st down and 10 from their own 21-yard line.
This is an interesting look, and you've got number 20, Josh Vizcaya, the running back, the MVP of last game, is starting in the backfield this week.
McCullough throws to the near side. It's complete to Jeremiah Graylock at the 31-yard line. That's a gain of about 9 right there for the Spirit. That's a gain of 10. Excuse me. They moved the chains. 1st down and 10 now. 3-by-1 on the outside for quarterback Austin McCullough. Josh Vizcaya lined up behind McCullough in the backfield. The shotgun snap. He looks to throw. He's got protection. Swings it out to the far side, and it falls incomplete. The intended target that time, I believe, was Richard Montello.
Richard, obviously the star in the first game at Doane, and played well in a supporting role last game. He's got to step up big tonight. 2nd
down and 10 now for the Spirit from their own 31-yard line. 3-by-1 on the outside for McCullough. He rolls out. He throws to the far side, fires a bullet too high. The intended target that time, number 81, Kayvon Gardner. So now a 3rd down and 10 here coming up for the Spirit. 11:22 on the clock here in the first quarter. Once again, they spread the field. Jeremiah Graylock lines up to the near side. Josh Vizcaya is the back. McCullough looks to throw. And no one home there. The intended target that time was number 80, Antonio Day. But well covered there on that.
Yeah, well covered. It was double covered, and you're underthrowing a double covered play. You're playing with fire when you do that. You got to be really careful there, Austin.
So now Austin Vaughn will come on to punt it away, and that back deep for Texas Wesleyan is number 2 for the Rams, Diamond Williams. Austin Vaughn, the All-American punter from last season for OUAZ, will kick this one away with 11:16 remaining here in the quarter. Great crowd on hand tonight. A beautiful night out for some football in the West Valley. That one's going to be fielded at the 17-yard line. Retreating back towards the end zone is Diamond Williams, a host of special teamers there for OUAZ, and dragging him down from behind finally. That's number 7, Christopher Ewens.
Special teams, the punting and the kickoff cover units for the Spirit have traditionally done a really solid job. They can't give these guys any space. They can't. And they create a lane for them. They're going to take one to the house. So they need to do a better job of closing that fist on these cover units.
First down and 10 now for the Rams from their own 25-yard line. 10:59 on the clock here in quarter number 1. 2-by-1 on the outside for Isom, who is in the shotgun. He changes the play at the line of scrimmage. Number 3, Trey Jackson is flanked to his right. He rides the read option and gives it to Jackson, who squirts out the far side, crosses the 30-yard line, and runs into a tackler at about the 35-yard line. He's forced out of bounds on the far side of the field there.
Key block by number 8, the wide receiver Cole Maxwell. He had that crackback right on the edge over there that allowed Trey Jackson to spring it. Jackson would have been gone.
Running into a host of OUAZ tacklers that time was number 6 for the Rams. That's Lamont Monroe. So now, it'll be 2nd and 10 for Texas Wesleyan from their own 36-yard line. Excuse me, 1st down and 10. Here's the snap to give. They come near side. He eludes a tackler, and then he's wrapped up for a tackle for a loss. Nice pursuit and penetration there from that OUAZ defensive front.
Definitely, and you had 3 guys running a nice little stunt there for the Spirit, played right into the play, right into the run. Great call by the defense, great scheme.
A loss of 2 on the play now. 2nd and 12 coming here for the Texas Wesleyan Rams. 2-by-2 on the outside for Isom. They emptied out the backfield. 5 wide now for Isom. Here's the shotgun snap. Bobbles it a little bit. He looks to throw. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's coming to the near side, and he's ran out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. On the attack there for OUAZ, among others, is 23 Marcus Ferrier.
Expect big things from Marcus. He's great to have him back. He was injured last season, came on really strong in that first game again at Doane, and has just been a force to be reckoned with.
3rd down and 6 now for Texas Wesleyan from their own 40-yard line. Possession play here for the Rams. 2-by-2 on the outside for Isom. Here's the shotgun snap. Here comes pressure from up the middle, and down goes Isom. Number 1 on the attack for OUAZ. That's Elema Collins, Vince.
Yeah, Elema, since moving into that nose tackle position, playing right over the center, he has been nothing short of outstanding. He's been giving those centers fits every week, and nice thing about him is you can line him up anywhere on the line, but this season, right now, he is playing right in the middle.
Well, the thing that Elema does, too, is draw that double team, Vince, and that frees up someone else, and that's exactly what happens right there. Free runners to the quarterback, and down goes Frazier. So the high punt. Back looking to receive that one and calling for the fair catch at the 37-yard line is number 33, Shamar Moreland for the Spirit.
Be great to see if we get Shamar in the backfield tonight. We were told Marcellus Chester Riley, who was injured 2 weeks ago, out of the game, that he had a good week of practice, although Coach Nesbitt opted to start Josh Vizcaya in the backfield tonight, and Shamar is now in the backfield.
My mistake on that last one there. That was number 34, Jordan Minor, with the fair catch for OUAZ. 1st down and 10 for the Spirit. From their own 38, the snap, the give, and with a full head of steam, it's Shamar Moreland across the 50, across the 45-yard line. He's finally taken down there by number 7 for the Rams. And that was Damian Francis, but not before Shamar Moreland picked up a huge chunk of yardage.
Well, and he didn't do it all himself. He had a lead blocker in there, number 7, Christopher Ewens as well. And Ewens obviously had a huge game 2 weeks ago.
Here's the snap. Once again, they give it to Moreland. He runs into a bit of traffic, but still moves the pile forward. And out past the 40, near the 37-yard line, is Shamar Moreland. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6 now for the Spirit.
they're going to keep going to him until basically until he gets bottled up. So look for Shamar to get the call a couple of more times on this drive.
Movement up front and penalty flags fly with 7:38 remaining on the clock here in the first quarter. False start on the Spirit, so that'll back them up 5. A few substitutions now for OUAZ. Kayvon Gardner checks into the lineup for the Spirit. Second and just about 11 now for Austin McCullough. $11 personnel here for the Spirit. McCullough goes to the air. He's got a man on the far side, but walled off by the defender there. And number 17 on the coverage there for Texas Wesleyan, and that was Tariq Davis.
Yeah, I was hoping for a PI call there. I was hoping for pass interference because he had totally had his hands all over him, had his hands all over the receiver as he was trying to run his route. But unfortunately, the official saw something different than us. And
well, the rules says something to the effect of impeding the progress, Vince, and that was the epitome of impeding progress right there.
Yeah.
So anyway, 3rd and long now for the Spirit. McCullough back to throw. He's got Antonio Day across the 20-yard line. It's complete for the Spirit. First down. What a play there for Austin McCullough to Antonio Day.
Just takes one play to get the confidence and the swagger back in the offense, and that's what they did.
Coach Mike Nesbitt now stays with the hurry-up offense here. First down and 10 from the Rams' 16. McCullough looks to throw. He's throwing the fade route to the corner of the end zone. We'll wait for the rule. Touchdown.
Got
it in the corner of the end zone. A little toe drag swag there. And that is number 80, Antonio Day, with the Spirit touchdown.
And, the great thing about that ball is that no one else possibly could have caught that ball except one man. It was thrown clear to the outside. Perfect. So had he missed it, it would have been just simply an incomplete pass. Nice little corner route, corner of the end zone. Gets 1 foot in. That's all he needed. Official surveyed it and raised those hands.
Outstanding job. A touchdown there on 3rd and 11 for the Spirit. John Michael Williams puts it through the uprights. And just like that, the Spirit draw first blood here in surprise tonight. They're up 7-0 on the Texas Wesleyan Rams.
They need to do that a lot more tonight. They need to do it early and often. They do that. They break the will of this Ram defense, and that in turn will affect the Ram offense.
6:55 remaining here in quarter number 1. So glad you joined us here on the OUAZ Digital Network, coming to you live from Spirit Field. We're on the home side over here, Vince, now in the brand new Odell Center press box.
It's
beautiful. A beautiful facility. Beautiful facility. So back deep to receive now for the Rams. Once again, it'll be number 2, Diamond Williams, and number 5, Tyler Pullitt, back deep to receive for Texas Wesleyan.
Now let's see if Reeves can put this one in the end zone, as he did with the last.
Landon Reeves with the strong leg for the OUAZ Spirit. He swings it through and kicks it to the towards the near corner. Once again, a beautiful touchback there, and eliminating the possibility of any return is Landon Reeves.
There we go.
So Texas Wesleyan will begin play at their own 25-yard line. First down and 10 as they trail OUAZ 7-0 here in the first quarter of action. Great crowd on hand tonight, Vince. A beautiful night out for some football.
Standing room only. Looks like we have a play change at the line of scrimmage. Isom sees something.
He rides the read option, and he gives it And right there on the edge, once again, it's number 1, Alema College wrecking things for the Spirit.
Well, not just Collins, but you've got the rest of that left side. You have Marcus Ferrier, you've got Christian Baville coming over and assisting on that play. So definitely a team effort.
Outstanding team defense that time for OUAZ. A loss of 2 on the play. That's a TFL there for Mr. Collins. 2nd and 12 now coming here for the Spirit. What a beautiful view out here tonight, Vince. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
2-by-2 on the outside for Isom. 5 wide, elusive throw. He's going up top. He's got a man crossing the 40. And well defended there. Number 4, Javon Juice Hogan on the defense there for OUAZ.
I saw the same thing you saw. And yeah, well defended on one side, and the official on the other apparently didn't see what was a little tug on the jersey.
Just a tiny little tug.
Tiny little tug, yeah.
Just enough to impede his progress,
Yeah,
Vince.
yeah.
But hey, 3rd and 12 now upcoming here for Texas Wesleyan. You got to think that Donovan Isom was going to have to go to the air once again here.
Yeah, obviously he will. He definitely will. Why the backfield isn't emptied out, I'm shocked. He had a lot of success last time he did, but maybe he just needs that extra blocker in there.
3-by-1 on the outside for Donovan Isom. Trips to the near side for the Texas Wesleyan quarterback. He gets the shotgun snap. He holds it on a delayed draw, and nothing doing there, Vince. Traffic up the middle once again for OUAZ, and lead the charge that time was number 95 for the Spirit. Excuse me, that was 93, Quentin Blair in there.
Yeah, Blair, the Southern California kid, Inland Empire product of Beaumont, California, came here. We met his family a couple of weeks back.
We did, indeed.
And he's been a very solid contributor.
So that will punt it away here. A high spiraling kick. Fair catch is the signal at the 35-yard line there for Shamar Moreland. And with 5:21 remaining here in the first quarter, OUAZ on top of Texas Wesleyan 7-0. We'll step aside and take a short break. Come right back here on the OUAZ Digital Network after this. Because I need a drink.
How's the live stream with you over there?
How's it sounding?
It
Is
sounds
it
really
loud
good.
enough?
Yeah.
Good.
We have, there's 3 viewers. So anyway, that's what we do up here. So hopefully you guys are at least enjoying it, even though you can't really see the game. All right, we're back.
We'll go back to Spirit Field and surprise OUAZ on top 7-0 over Texas Wesleyan. They give and churning the legs, crossing the 45-yard line for the Spirit. A nice tote there. And carrying the mail that time for OUAZ was number 20, Joshua Vizcaya.
Yeah, picking up where he left off a couple of weeks ago is Josh. Very steady, gets those tough yards that you need, and he'll keep grinding them out.
1st and 10 now for the Spirit from the 46. Pistol formation for Austin McCullough. Here's the snap. They give it to Vizcaya. He's got a lead blocker. That's Chris Ewens. And a gain of about 2, maybe 3 on the play there for Vizcaya.
Nothing really flashy from Josh. He'll get you those yards. He'll keep the clock moving. That's what you want. And get their defense tired. Get that defensive front, the front 7, the front 4, front 7. Get them worn down and then start attacking them a little bit with the pass.
Here's a shotgun snap. Once again, a lead blocker from Vizcaya. That is Christopher Ewan just blowing things up in the hole there for OUAZ. And road grade paving the way for Josh Vizcaya, who is picking up the yards now, and they are moving the football.
What's that term you use? Road
grading, Vince.
Road grading. Okay.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Okay.
Just paving the way for those
yeah.
running backs. Once again, a lead blocker for Vizcaya. He carries the ball out past the 30, goes down to about the 27-yard line, and Josh Vizcaya is carrying the mail right now for the Spirit.
And gets him another first down. And more importantly, again, keeps grinding on that clock.
2-by-1 on the outside for Austin McCullough. Pistol formation once again The shotgun snap. He looks to throw. He's got a man. And a little bit of contact there down near the 10-yard line, but no flag on the play, Vince. Looks like they're going to kind of let him play a little bit tonight, which is good.
Yeah, you would think, and that's what they should do. But at the same time, if there is a clear-cut penalty that should be called, you need to, so that you can set the tone for what the expectation is by the officials on both teams.
2nd and 10 now for the Spirit. 2-by-2 on the outside for quarterback Austin McCullough. Vizcaya is the tailback. Here's the snap. McCullough flushed out. He's got a man streaking across the field. And he's forced out of bounds about the 23-yard line. That was number 80, Antonio Day, once again with a nice reception there for the Spirit.
Well, it was a nice reception, but more importantly, Day on that play was an outlet receiver. He wasn't the primary target. They were trying to set up and run a screen there to Vizcaya inside, and as Austin was drifting back, he had to drift to his right to avoid the rush.
3rd down now for the Spirit. McCullough with a pump fake. He swings it out, and well defended that time by the Texas Wesleyan Rams, number 49, on the attack there for the defense, and that was Mark Silder. So it looks like a penalty flag on the play. It looks like it might be a false start. That's the early indication from our officiating crew. So now 4th down for the Spirit, and they will go for it. 3-by-1 on the outside here for Austin McCullough. Here's the snap. He's going to throw to the end zone, and well covered. The intended target at that time was number 13 for the Spirit, Devin Benjamin.
That would have been a 43-yard field goal, and it was on the right hash. That's well within John Michael's range. So, I would have just padded the score a little bit more and added 3 points there. But then again, the coach must have obviously seen something we didn't.
A turnover on downs is a result of that one there. So now 1st down and 10 for Texas Wesleyan from their own 26. 2:29 on the clock here in the first. Movement up front, and fingers fly along with penalty flags. False start is the indication on the Texas Wesleyan Rams. So that'll back them up 5 yards. 1st and 15 now for the Rams from their own 21. Trips to the near side for Donovan Isom. Here comes a man in motion across the formation. They swing it out to him, and he's got room to run near the 30 and corralled there by the OUAZ defender. That's number 21 on the assault for the Spirit. That's Christian Wu.
Nice little swing route there by the receiver in motion, and he had a couple of good blocks in front of him. Unfortunately, he was only able to get a couple of yards as a result, but it could have ended up a much worse for the offense.
2nd and 6 now for the Rams. Here's the handoff coming to the near side. It's Jackson trying to hurdle a tackler there at the 45-yard line. He's forced out of bounds by number 6, Amari Burks.
Jackson looks like he tried to take something out of Shamar Moreland's book there.
He did.
Hurdle. So
high hurdle action, huh?
Yeah.
So the handoff right up the middle. That's number 3 on the tote. That's Trey Jackson once again for Texas Wesleyan. So he picks up about 4 on that one. And that will bring up 2nd and 5 now for the Rams from the Spirit 49-yard line. 1:23 and counting here in quarter number 1. Trips to the far side for Isom. They empty out the backfield for Donovan Isom. Spirit shift up front. They show blitz. They send a man in motion across the formation. The late snap to Isom. He looks to throw. He's under pressure. He's got a man. It's complete. 10-5. Touchdown Rams. Number 5 on the reception there for Texas Wesleyan That was Tyler Polo again. He was under pressure, Vince, but
Yeah.
he stood tall and delivered that football on
We got
time.
a penalty marker there at near the end zone. The defense got a little lulled there on the play with a man in motion, and somebody blew coverage, and resulting in, actually it was two receivers that were wide open. I mean, Isom could have picked his poison and gone with either one. He went with the inside guy, and that's who scored.
So now with the point after touchdown pending, Texas Wesleyan draws it within 1, 7-6 here, just inside 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. Number 27 on to kick for Texas Wesleyan, and that is Gregory Blazer.
I don't want to sound like Captain Obvious, James, but that should have been a field goal attempt earlier on the other side of the field. If this is a tight game, that could very well be the difference.
Yes, indeed. Movement up front again. Flags fly. I think every official got one out of their pocket on that one.
Yeah.
It was like synchronized. The officials confer. Full start on Texas Wesleyan, so now that'll back them up a few yards and give them a little more room to work, Vince.
It should be a little chip shot.
Anyone who might be watching the stream out there tonight, you want to jump on the JV Sports YouTube channel, you can check out, we're live in the booth. You can climb into the booth with the OUAZ Football Broadcast Team right now, and we'll try to stay with this maybe through halftime here. The kick is up and good, and now we are tied 7 apiece. Texas Wesleyan and OUAZ. It's been a good one so far, Vince.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the score, it's tied. What else could I say? But other than the fact that, everything that Wesleyan is known for, they're doing. They've got a great running back at number 3, Jackson. They've got a really solid quarterback that he just needs to build his confidence throughout the game as he dinks and dunks and picks his poison and attack the defense. You're going to see a lot of success. So this is not an 0-2 team that we're seeing tonight. They came out here, they did their homework, they were very prepared for what they're seeing on the other side of the field. Now, likewise with the Spirit, they're not coming in cocky, but at the same time, they have to respect what's across from them and do a little bit more consistent job of attacking. We do have some bright spots, particularly on the offense. That we're looking at in number 20, Josh Vizcaya, doing a great job running the football. Christopher Ewens as a lead blocker. Austin needs to balance, in his ball distribution as he's passing, and I think you're going to see a little better game here on this next series.
Back deep to receive for OUAZ, number 33, Shamar Moreland, and number 2, Jeremiah Graylock. It'll be Graylock from the 18. He takes it up the field, crosses the 30, gets a block there from Quentin Blair at the 30, and takes it to the 31-yard line. So that's where the Spirit will set up shop. First down and 10. $52 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1 from Spirit Field on the campus of Ottawa University, Arizona in Surprise. We can see the defensive bench here in front of us, Vince, clear as day. Coach Mosley, Coach Bethea getting those guys ready to go. The handoff to Shamar Moreland, and he is violently tackled near the 35-yard line. And I believe that was number 58 on the stop there for the Rams. Darneric Scott. Here's a snap. McCullough looks to throw. He dumps it off to Christopher Ewens, who carries it past the 40-yard line and gets enough for the OUAZ first down. Nice job.
Looking at 2018, last year, one thing that the Spirit offense did really well was run the screen. They ran the screen to near perfection, and they need to get back to doing that. They haven't done it enough this season.
First and 10 now, they give it to Shamar Moreland. He is met at the line of scrimmage. Number 32 on the assault there for Texas Wesleyan, Kendrick Anderson with a great stop. Penalty flag on the play.
I think you see Shamar starting to get a little more comfortable with the offense. You know, he got dinged 2 weeks ago, came out of the game early, only played special teams. So as he starts to get more plays, his vision will start to perk up a little bit, get that head looking around as he's crossing the line of scrimmage, and expect to see some big plays tonight.
So after the penalty is marked off, the Spirit will go back to the 31-yard line where they originally began the drive. It's now 1st and 20 for OUAZ. Number 17, Jonah Alicia checks into the Spirit lineup. 3-by-1 on the outside for quarterback Austin McCullough, and that is the end of our first quarter. We are tied 7 apiece. OUAZ and Texas Wesleyan will step aside, take a short break, come back for quarter number 2 after this. You're watching OUAZ football on the OUAZ Digital Network.
Pretty good.
Not
Nice
bad.
job, man. Nice
One
job.
quarter. Having some
I know,
jerky.
I was watching, I was like, what are they getting? I don't know what they're getting. We're students too.
What's that?
Oh, they're just throwing free stuff over here.
So what?
I want one, whatever it is.
Oh, Jimmy's on.
Oh, that's right, I forgot. You're right.
Sandwiches?
Oh.
Yeah, there's sandwiches there.
See, now we should be out there.
I know, right?
I agree, Vince. I just can't get over the views, man.
Mm-hmm.
Little power station, baby.
Yeah. Let's go back.
How's it
Almost
going?
35, yeah. Great album, great band, too. All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to Spirit Field here in Surprise. James Poopy alongside my broadcast partner, Vince Alicio. 7-7, we're all tied up here at Spirit Field. OUAZ hosting Texas Wesleyan from Fort Worth, Texas. Should be an exciting second quarter, Vince. OUAZ now spotting the ball at their own 30-yard line. First down and 10 for the, first and 20 here for the Spirit after the previous penalty.
Now, not to sound like Karnak the Magnificent with the crystal ball, but whenever we have a situation where we have an isolated receiver, Austin loves going to that side. And as he starts to get a little more comfortable looking at the secondary, look to see him go to one-on-one coverage to that single receiver side. Ideally for him, throwing to his right is where he looks to be more comfortable. He can spread out to his left. It's not the ideal situation for him, but I would say as we start to see those situations, those one-on-one matchups, he'll start to go to that isolated side a bit more.
Here's the shotgun snap. McCullough looks to throw. He's got a man, Ray Springer, at the 40, but he can't quite haul it in there. So now, third down upcoming here for the Spirit. It'll be third down and 13 for OUAZ.
Receivers need to be a little more heady in finding those first down sticks. They've got to run 13 yards. They have to do that now. You don't want to be in a situation where you're having to make a decision on going for it on fourth again when you couldn't do it the last time. And you got to do your job and get to that first down stick.
Here's the shotgun snap to McCullough. He surveys the field. He throws to the far side. It's intercepted at the 45-yard line. Number 17 in coverage there for Texas Wesleyan, Tariq Davis. He spied that one the whole way, Vince.
Well, he did. He went to the single receiver side as we thought. Unfortunately, you had that second defender come across, and that ball was clearly underthrown.
So now with the turnover there, Texas Wesleyan in business at the Spirit 45-yard line. First down and 10 now for the Rams.
Yeah, and excuse me, that was actually, he did go to a double receiver side, and it was just a great play by that inside defender.
12 personnel now on the field for Texas Wesleyan. Trey Jackson with a head of steam, making a spin move across the the 35, and out near the 30. That one's going to be spotted at the 27-yard line. Moving the sticks. Texas Wesleyan first down and 10 now for the Rams. Here's Isom, the snap, the give to Trey Jackson, and bottled up there on the far side of the field by the OUAZ defense, doing a nice job on that one. That's number 45, Christian Baville, on the attack there.
Well, and the Rams, they're doing something you don't see very often. They're going with an unbalanced look to the right, just to load up one side of the line a bit more to get an extra blocker, and it's paying off for them.
A loss of 1 on the play now. Second down 11 here for Texas Wesleyan. Two by two on the outside for Isom. He checks the play at the line of scrimmage. He brings the man in motion across the formation. They swing it out to him. Tries to elude a tackler at the 30 and does, but runs into another host of defenders there for OUAZ. Number 99 on the charge that time for the Spirit. And that's Big Sean Benson. Excuse me. That's P.J. Glover.
That's all right.
Third down now for Isom. Pressure coming off the edge. Elevating in the end zone and catching the touchdown. It's number 14. What a grab there for Texas Wesleyan. Unbelievable. Collier Ricks on the reception there, climbing the ladder and high point that football fence.
Yeah, and you could tell as we watched the replay here, the Spirit left the man uncovered. They brought a defender over late, and unfortunately it was too little too late, and it allowed the receiver, obviously, to catch a touchdown pass. Beautifully thrown ball, though.
Here's the kick. The hold, the snap is up. It's good.
No, it's no good. He
Excuse
caught that
me,
ball
off
awkward.
to the side.
It was almost as if it came off of his leg and not his foot. It was just an awkward angle watching that kick.
So now, with 12:35 remaining here in the first half from Spirit Field, Texas Wesleyan on top of OUAZ, 13-7 after the missed extra point.
Well, and as you recall from 2 weeks ago with the Western New Mexico game, Spirit, they played they came from behind, and it was a bit of a chess match through the second half, and they finally came out on top and were able to seal the victory. But Spirit played a lot of the game either tied or behind.
Yeah, they did. They had to rally it up, and they did so. So we'll see if they can do it here. Coach David Mosley has got his crew on the bench over here. He is coaching them up right now and getting things shored up on that defensive front. So back deep to receive once again for the Spirit. It'll be 33 Shamar Moreland and number 2 Jeremiah Graylock.
And I don't know that it's the defensive line that is the problem right now. I think there's some confusion in the secondary with coverage and lining up versus these 4 and 5 receiver sets for the Rams. So once that gets shored up, and maybe it'll be a situation where they play through the half, and then at halftime the adjustments are made. But good programs tend to rebound.
Indeed. You mentioned earlier in the broadcast about them emptying it out, and the Spirit have not seen a whole lot of that here so far this season. Getting belted on the far side of the football field, taking numerous hits. Trying to run that one back, number 2, Jeremiah Graylock. So that one's going to be spotted at the 21-yard line. First down and 10 now for OUAZ as they trail this one 13-7 to Texas Wesleyan.
It's amazing. The stands are full, and look at all the people on the fence over there standing up. And now, granted, it's not a very big stadium, but at the same time, I mean, it's a sellout crowd.
It is 1,500 plus here, Vince, tonight. The snap, the give, it's Vizcaya. churning those legs and moving forward, picking up positive yardage there for the Spirit. Looks like that one's going to be spotted right about the 24-yard line. So that'll be 2nd down and 7 now coming here for OUAZ. 3-by-1 on the outside for quarterback Austin McCullough. Josh Vizcaya is the tailback. He gets the call, carries it out to the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 6 there for Vizcaya. He's going to be 1 yard short of the line to gain. A critical 3rd down now here upcoming for the OUAZ offense.
Well, critical, but shouldn't be too bad. You got a couple yards to go to get the first, and you've got a real solid running back in Josh Vizcaya, and you got a lead blocker there in Christopher Ewens.
Pistol formation for the Spirit. They give it to Vizcaya. He's got a yard and then some off that left side. Credit to the OUAZ offensive line getting it done up front there as well. Number 74 for the Spirit lead the charge on that one, getting a push. That's big 74, Austin Lloyd.
Lloyd's been a real leader on that line.
1st down and 10 now for the Spirit. McCullough gives it. It's Vizcaya. Nice bit of speed there as Josh Vizcaya plunges forward for a positive gain.
Coach Nesbitt's MO as the offensive coordinator, and obviously being the head coach, but his MO is, you keep giving it to the guy until he can't do it anymore. And that's on a single drive. He's been known to give it to the same player, play after play after play, as long as they're producing.
McCullough swings it out and nearly caught. Number 13 was the intended target, Devin Benjamin. He almost get a little OBJ on that one, Vince, and brought it in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Devin has been very, very consistent for this team. He's been a good clutch receiver, good go-to guy, and expect to see him more involved as the game goes on.
3rd down and 8 now for OUAZ. 10:37 remaining here in the first half from Spirit Field. The snap to McCullough. He fakes the give. He looks to throw to the near side. Richard Montello was in the area, but incomplete. And now 4th down coming here for the Spirit.
Something's going on down there with Austin. I don't know what he sees or what he's looking at, but he's clearly throwing the ball where the receiver is not, whether it's just underthrown or there's a misunderstanding with what's being called in adjusting to different coverages from the defense. A lot of these routes are adjusted based on what the secondary shows you. And when they give a certain look, the receiver reroutes or runs something slightly modified.
A high punt that time for Austin Bond. That one caroms out of bounds right off the 30-yard line. Back deep to receive that one was number 2 for the Rams, this time in Williams.
I tell you what, this Spirit squad's got the best punter in the country, and you get spoiled when you have a guy like that because he's so good with hang time. He gets that ball up there, and it just sits. It just sits in the sky, and it allows your team to get under it and to converge on whoever that unlucky ball carrier is.
1st down and 10 for Texas Wesleyan now from their own 30-yard line. The snap to Isom. He gives it. Trey Jackson airborne, and he gets hit, Vince. That's why right there, you do not leave your feet.
No, you don't want to leave your feet, especially when you're only 5'6", 5'7". And, you're leaving your feet. He looked like he was doing some type of a jiu-jitsu.
Little karate kid action there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's how you get seriously hurt right there. That's how you get a career-ending injury right there.
Yes, or, it'll unfortunately can ruin your night.
Unfortunately, yeah. Right. 36-yard line is where the ball's at. 2nd and 4 now here for Texas Wesleyan. The shotgun snap to Isom. He fakes the give. He's going to keep it, but he's going to be swarmed by a host of OUAZ defenders, and that right there, Vince, is a TFL for Mr. Alema Collins.
Well, he's getting it done. He's playing in that middle there, and he's got a good supporting cast, some guys that are shoring it up for him as well. So, being a nose tackle is getting to be glamorous again. It used to be a pretty unglamorous position.
3rd and 4 now, possession play here for Texas Wesleyan. Isom retreats, the shotgun snap, pressure coming off the edge. He goes to the air. He's got a man. It's incomplete. Number 44 in coverage that time for the Spirit. That's Rylan Canaapio.
Did you see Rylan covering a receiver? That was amazing. That was amazing just seeing that in action. I mean, you've got a little stocky, what's basically a linebacker, even though he's he's more of a safety type, but an outside linebacker running in stride with a receiver.
Right with it, too.
Yeah.
Vince.
Oh, yeah.
Right with it. What a job by Riley Canapio on that one. Excellent job. Back deep to receive now. The dangerous Shamar Moreland. Are they going to kick it to him, Vince?
No,
He's going to fair catch it.
Yeah.
They didn't give him a whole lot of room. That could have been a flag there, but that one's going to be spotted at the 32-yard line. That's where the Spirit will take over. First out of 10 from their own 32.
Well, we're just under 9 minutes left till halftime. Be interesting what happens. The team is breaking here. They're huddling together. You got Coach Nesbitt out, just giving them some adjustments and giving them a play.
Giving them the business is what he's
Giving
giving
them, well, he's giving them that too. But it might be much needed here.
True.
And
True.
he's all about being positive. He's all
Sure.
about making the positive adjustments. Coaching up your guys in a positive manner, and that's not going to, one or two bad plays isn't going to stop them.
Shamar Moreland spinning through traffic and gets that back to the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up second down and 9 3/4 yards here for the Spirit.
Okay.
2-by-2 on the outside for McCullough. Shamar Moreland remains in the backfield for the Spirit. 8:30 and counting here in quarter number 2. McCullough retreats. He's got protection. He looks to throw, but well defended there. Number 15 in coverage for the Rams. Doing a great job at great defensive position that time. Chance Carroll.
I don't like that throw, and I tell you, and there have been a lot of those tonight by Austin McCullough, and something, again, is going on down there in that he is underthrowing those balls severely.
3-by-1 on the outside for McCullough. The shotgun snap. He looks to throw, and I don't know where that one was going.
Well, it was a screen. It was a screen to Shamar, and Shamar was not where he should have been, and that was an adjustment that Shamar made. Again, something appears to be going on that if there's some miscommunication, there's a little bit of jawing on the sideline, some frustration, but it needs to get cleaned up here pretty soon, or else it's going to be a long night for these guys.
Yeah, Austin McCullough talking to his troops right now, getting everybody on the same page and making sure that they're ready to go for that next series. So back deep to receive once again for Texas Wesleyan. It's going to be number 2, Diamond Williams. Here's the punt from the All-American Austin Bone.
No flag on that, and the punter
Fair
just
catch
got
signal.
brought
The
in.
ball's loose. It's going to be recovered at the 20-yard line by the Spirit. That is number 88. Getting it done there for OUAZ, Donald Stokes Jr.
That was a lucky break there because you had Austin Bond who was run into the punter and there was no call. Now, are we happy that the officials are letting these kids play? Yeah, to a certain degree, but if you have something that's blatant, then there needs to be some type of a call made.
Yes, indeed. It's got to be. You got to call it fair, but you got to call it if it needs to be called. Josh Vizcaya through the hole. 10, 5, touchdown Spirit. Number 20, Josh Vizcaya, basically untouched, Vince, into the end zone.
Untouched. It was a simple inside zone stretch, and he found a lane. There was a cutback lane right there, 22 yards, and he's in the end zone.
Joshua Vizcaya, boy, he's got some totes on the night so far, Vince.
Keep him in the game. Keep him in the game. If he's producing, then keep him in the game.
Yes, indeed. John Michael Williams now on for the point after touchdown. This for the lead outright. It's up and good. With 8:02 remaining here in quarter number 2. The Spirit now leading Texas Wesleyan 14-13. We'll take a look at some of the stats here so far. Josh Vizcaya, 9 carries, 74 yards, averaging 8.2 a tote.
Amazing. And the passing game is pretty uneventful. I mean, you've got Austin McCullough. He's 6 completions, 18 attempts, 6 of 18, 1 interception, 61 yards, 1 touchdown. On the other side of the field, you've got the Donovan Isom, who's 7 out of 11 for 133 yards, 2 touchdowns. You've got Jackson, the running back, number 3, 12 attempts, 71 yards, 5-yard average. So,
This is a good stat right here, too.
Well,
Austin McCullough has not been sacked yet
Not been
tonight,
sacked.
even though some of the errant throws, but the offensive line is doing a great job of keeping him clean tonight.
Yeah, and that's obviously going to be most important, so that Austin keeps his confidence, so that he's not flushed out of the pocket, although he is one of the best at what he does in the country in scrambling and improvising. Very Jake Plummer-ish, if I may say.
Snake-esque, if you will.
Snake-esque.
Very nice.
In that manner. So, but yes, definitely. Very, very pleased with the fact the offensive line is doing their job.
That kick rolls down near the goal line, and that is going to be brought out there by number 2, Diamond Williams, and he is just bottled up about the 10-yard line. Doesn't get much more than that, and that's where the Spirit defense will go to work after they cash in on the turnover there, Vince.
Very fortunate. That was a lucky break. Good for them, and it was very heady play by that special teams unit down there, by that punt unit in recovering that ball. So that was a great job.
7:54 remaining here in half number 1 from Spirit Field in Surprise. So glad you joined us here this evening on the OUAZ Digital Network. Special thanks as well to our production crew tonight, doing a great job for us, bringing you the pictures and audio. Number 1, Alema Collins on the stop there for OUAZ after the ball was brought out past the 15 to about the 17-yard line. Second and short now coming here for the Rams. Split backs beside Isom. They reverse field, go the other way with it, and right there to snuff it out is who else? Number 1, Alema Collins.
Yep. Found a seam in there, stepped it through a couple of linemen, and just came up, made a great play. Supporting cast, not too shabby either. Nice job.
Right now, Alema Collins with a sack, a 7-yard loss on that sack here tonight. A great job so far tonight for the nose guard of the OUAZ Spirit.
Big third down.
Third down here, and you hear the crowd coming alive here on the near side of the football field. The snap to Isom. He fires to the far side. It's complete at the 18-yard line and written out of bounds there.
I have to see this spot.
Is number 14 for the Rams. That's Collier Ricks.
Okay, so we have 4th and 1. I mean, I was getting a little nervous on that spot because it looked like they were about to award the first down to the Rams, but it looks like they're just short. Now, the last time this happened, Isom just took the ball and reached across, got the first down on 4th and 1. Looks like they may be punting here.
Looks like they are going to elect the punt. Coach Joe Prudhomme does bring on his special teams unit as the OUAZ defense makes wholesale changes as well. Back deep, once again for the Spirit, is Shamar Moreland. Procedure movement up front. And that looks like a timeout on the field, so we'll step aside, take the timeout with them. You're watching OUAZ football here on the OUAZ Digital Network. 14-13 our score. Spirit leading the Rams. We'll step aside and be right back. 5:57 remaining here in half number 1 at Spirit Field.
You're doing great, man.
You too, man.
Nice job, you guys. Is the audio good? We good?
Yeah, it's really
Sweet.
good. It's coming through really
Good. And
clear.
the glare, are we okay with that?
Yeah, the
one?
glare so far is good.
Sweet.
We're not getting
Looks
anything.
awesome, man.
Good.
Yeah.
This is good too. You guys are putting in like have you been seeing this? The
Yeah.
last play, like McCullough, 14-yard pass to
Yes.
Graylock. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
They've got it set up really
Yeah.
well this week.
Yeah.
Josh is doing good.
Yeah.
I didn't even get the officials involved.
Oh, let me get
Did
him.
that.
I'll get him.
Can you get a picture of his card? That's all we need.
Yeah.
Just gonna read it off. And timeout Spirit. All right. Go to McDonald's then for. So the dorms are about ready to move in?
Yep, they move in the weekend of the 4th during fall break.
Sweet.
So first weekend they'll be in.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And the student center is coming soon too, right? It's going to open.
Yeah, that'll be the 25th of September, I think.
Oh, really?
I think by the end of this month is what
Sweet.
the press release I saw. They're moving to serve
Oh, I'm
It's
sorry.
either the 25th or the 27th.
Look, Rafael Federico. Remember him?
Oh, he's doing the game here too?
He is.
Jeez. All right, here we go. Let's bring it back on. I'll get him on right there. Welcome back to Spirit Field and Surprise. OUAZ on top, 14-13 over Texas Wesleyan. 4th down and 1 now for the Rams. They tuck it and go, just like you said, Vince. It's Donovan Eisen with a full head of steam, and he's got enough. It looks to be a Texas Wesleyan first down.
Yeah, when you have a quarterback that big and strong, if it's 4th and 1, he's going to get it every time. He is going to get it every time. So, and that's, you got to do it. That's, again, Captain Obvious, but that's, he'll get it for you.
2-by-2 on the outside for Isom. Pressure coming. He throws to the far side. It's incomplete. The intended target that time, number 6, Lamont Monroe. Our NAIA officiating crew tonight, our referee, Todd Whitlinger. Our umpire tonight is Rafael Federico. Our linesman, Justin Nash. Our line judge is Esteban Baca. The field judge tonight is Gary Perez. Our side judge, Zach Erdman. The center judge tonight, Rafael Federico. And our back judge, Robbie Waters. How about Rafael, huh?
He's all over the
Double
place.
duty,
Yeah,
double dipping
He's
tonight.
right there in the middle.
We had him on the JV Sports Show about a week ago.
Yes, we did.
Number 3, Trey Jackson on the carry there for the Rams. He picks up about 1, maybe 2 yards on the carry. So now 2nd down and about 8 upcoming here for the Rams.
Well, the great thing about Rafael Federico is that he lets him play. He gets it. He's worked every level, from this level at university, NAIA, all the way down to middle school. And he has a son that's a football coach.
Over in Jamestown, the Jimmies.
There in North Dakota.
Yes, sir. 3rd down possession play here for the Rams. 2-by-2 on the outside for Donovan Isom. He calls for the snap. It's bobbled. He's under pressure, and he goes down at the 12-yard line. Nice job there for OUAZ. And number 95, I tell you, Quentin Blair, Vince, getting it done.
Blair's 93.
Oh, excuse me, 93 is Quentin Blair.
Christian Foot.
Christian Foot getting in there for the
guy.
Spirit and wreaking havoc.
So this is interesting. So they're bringing in their punting unit. He's they got a couple of protectors there, but this Spirit team, they're coming with their ears pinned back, trying to get this block.
Shamar Moreland sets up at the 50. A high punt, signaling for the fair catch at the 43-yard line is Shamar Moreland. And that ball going to be spotted at the 43. That's where OUAZ will take over in Rams territory, leading 14-13 with 4:09 remaining here in half number 1.
Now, if you're Mike Nesbitt, do you go with Shamar Moreland in the backfield or Josh Vizcaya?
I'm going to keep going to my bell cow, Josh Vizcaya, and then I'm going to bring in Shamar Moreland for a little jet sweep.
Okay, I was about to say the same thing, and that's why we are not Mike Nesbitt, because Shamar Moreland is in right now.
Here we go. Pistol formation now for Austin McCullough. 2-by-1 on the outside. He fakes the give, play action. He steps up in the pocket. He looks to throw. He's got it. It's completed the goal line for the touchdown. Number 19, Richard Montero.
That's it. Richard is back.
Wow.
43-yard was a post route, and he, it was a skinny post route. He adjusted his break at the end. He was wide open. There was nobody around him. I could have run that route and scored a touchdown.
That had to be a breakdown in coverage, Vince, because there was no one there.
Yeah, there was nobody there. It was an obvious breakdown in coverage. Did a great job at getting himself open, and he could have dropped it, but ended up coming up with it. 43 yards later, touchdown.
Even had to decelerate there a little bit at the goal line, wait for that one to come in. But a beautiful ball there as well from Austin McCullough, and nice to see him clicking right now for this OUAZ offense. So just like that now, the Spirit increased their lead to 21-13 over the Texas Wesleyan Rams with 4:01 remaining here in half number 1.
We need more of that. We need them to strike quickly and often. And now on the flip side, if you're the Rams, you got to go with what brought you here. And you need more Donovan Isom. You need much more passing, obviously. And you need to give the ball to your back. You need to give the ball to your best back. And that back is Trey Jackson.
Jackson has the speed. He's got the juju. He can move. And Donovan Isom, we talked about him before the game, 6'5", 245. He's a load, Vince. So
there you go.
He's not afraid to lower his headgear and initiate contact as well.
Yeah, and I called him at 6'4", 250, 245, 250. We got his weight right. We were off by an inch on his height, but he's head and shoulders above most of his teammates.
Back deep once again for the Texas Wesleyan Rams, number 2, Diamond Williams, and number 5, Tyler Pullick. It's Pullick out of the end zone, crosses the 5, crosses the 10. He's met by a few tacklers there and doesn't quite make it to the 15-yard line. It's going to be spotted at the 13, maybe the 14. Make that the 18 or 19. First down and 10 for Texas Wesleyan upcoming. Great crowd on hand here tonight. The stands are full and rocking. It's a beautiful view up here from the new press box. It feels really good to be over here with the OUAZ side of things, Vince.
Winning helps too.
Winning does help. Being up 21-13 helps as well.
Yeah.
Isom calls for the snap. He swings it to the near side. He's got a man. A nice job stock blocking there on the outside for number 8 for Texas Wesleyan, doing a good job there for the Rams, Cole Maxwell, and that receiver on that one was number 6, Lamont Monroe.
Yeah, and Monroe does a great job of juking there. This is basic sandlot football with the juke moves, technique is one thing, but.
And he said for Isom, they go back to Monroe, and he is dropped at the 30-yard line. A great defensive play there on the far side of the field. That's number 21 with the corral, Christian Wu.
More importantly, it gets enough for the first down.
Moving the sticks are the Texas Wesleyan Rams, just inside 3.5 minutes here in the first half. Pistol formation for Donovan Isom. The high snap, he bobbles it and has to take it himself and does so across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Second down and 4 now upcoming here second and 5 now for Texas Wesleyan. 2-by-2 on the outside for Isom. He surveys the field, and here's the shotgun snap. He retreats, looks to throw, fires over the middle, and it's incomplete. Oh, number 44 there in coverage for OUAZ. And that was a little number 6 there for Texas Wesleyan.
Give him an Oscar.
A little playing possum. Yeah. That was Lamont Monroe.
Give him an Oscar.
How about 44, Ryland Canialpio? I like to say laying the lumber there, Vince.
Well,
he heard footsteps, that's why he didn't catch that football.
Yeah, but they're going to call him for targeting there. It was a little bit of a high shot. Would I have thrown the flag on that? I don't know, but it was high. And anyway.
So, a personal foul there, a costly personal foul on OUAZ, and that will advance the ball for the Texas Wesleyan Rams to now the Spirit 49-yard line. First down and 10 for the Rams, 2:45 on the clock here in the second quarter. Donovan Isom in the shotgun once again. He is flanked to his right by number 3, Trey Jackson. Here's the snap. He gives it to Jackson, coming near side, and wrapped up and nearly tackled for a loss. A great job stringing that one out there. And that was number 24 on defense for the Spirit, Aaron Mullins, the nickelback.
Well, not only that, you had Marcus Ferrier, number 23, come over from that defensive end position and make a great play as well on the assist. So good team effort. These guys are supporting each other, doing a solid job.
2nd and 10 now for the Rams. The shotgun snap to Isom. He looks to throw. He's going to go up top. He's got no one there. Number 14 was the closest man in the vicinity, and that was Collier Ricks. A nice job in coverage there for OUAZ. And I can't see his number, Vince.
I tell you what, that ball was thrown with laser pinpoint accuracy. That ball was thrown 50 yards.
He's got a heck of a football.
He's got an arm.
Man. 3rd down now. Possession play here for Texas Wesleyan. Isom looks to throw. Throws to the far side, and he's upended there at the 50-yard line. A nice job there for OUAZ's defense. And once again, Christian Foote making a play.
Yeah, Christian Foote and then Aaron Mullins on the coverage there, disrupting that play.
Christian Foote is having a game, my friend.
He is. He's coming out. He's a young guy, and he's making a case for why he should be in this defensive line rotation. So he's been solid. I'd be curious to see if we get a fair catch on this punt return, or if Shamar's going to have some room to run.
Well, wouldn't we like to see him try to take one to the house tonight? He comes up the field. He's going to field that one, and does in the middle of traffic there, Vince, somehow.
Middle of traffic and full stride catches that one.
So gets it across the 30. It's going to be spotted 32-yard line. 1:50 on the clock here in the first half.
Gives his team great field position regardless. Even if he didn't have much room to run, to be able to call it 1st and 10 on what appears to be the 30-yard line, 33-yard line, that's pretty good field position. 34, excuse me.
34 is where that ball is spotted. 1st down and 10 now for OUAZ. Or excuse me, 1st down and 10 now for Texas Wesleyan. What am I thinking? 3-by-1 empty set now for Donovan Isom. Here's the snap to Isom. He throws. Tries to complete a quick slant. It's kicked.
We had to have had a penalty on that previous play that we missed.
Must have been.
Yeah, there must have been running into the kicker on that previous play that we missed, because it gave the Rams a 1st down.
So they move the chains now. And after that 1st down, it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for Texas Wesleyan. 2-by-1, 2-by-2 on the outside for Isom. Trey Jackson is the back, flank to Isom's left. Here's the shotgun snap. He looks to throw. Throws to the far side. It's incomplete. Number 14, the intended target. Again, that was Collier Ricks, but incomplete.
Well, we're 1 minute and 38 seconds left till halftime, so if they have to score on this drive.
They got to take a shot right here, Vince.
Yeah.
3rd down and 10 now. Possession play here for Coach Joe Prudhomme and the Texas Wesleyan Rams. Isom, 3-by-1 on the outside. The snap. He fakes the give and tries to thread the needle, and does there at the 32-yard line. And short of the line to gain. Number 95 on the stop. Once again there for the Spirit. That's Christian Foote.
Making plays.
Coming out party for that young man. A quick snap. A quick hitter. And I believe they just gave it right to Donovan Isom and said, "Go forward, young man. Get that 1st down." And I believe he did. So we have a timeout on the field, 1:04 here in the first half. OUAZ on top, 21-13. What is going on in that discussion on the far side of the field in that Rams huddle, Vince? What are they talking about right now?
Well, they're talking about continuing to do what they do well, and that's again giving the ball to Trey Jackson, number 3, see if he can get around end. I don't know that inside runs are going to get it done for them, particularly when you've got a nose tackle like Alema Collins that's been causing so much havoc. and also taking a shot in the end zone, running those go routes, those streaks, those corners, and trying to put that ball on the outside. And because your quarterback obviously has the arm strength to do it, so spread it out, keep your back in the backfield, and just in case that secondary doesn't respect what you're doing in that backfield, and hand him the ball, see if he can make anything happen with it. Otherwise, let's put it in the air.
So we will see now what they do here on 1st down and 10 from the Spirit 24-yard line. 2-by-1 on the outside, split backs, flank to each side of Isom. They give it on a little cross, and that's number 3 on the give. Trey Jackson gets the call there for the Rams, picks up about 2. 2nd down and 7 now here for Texas Wesleyan.
Yeah, milking the clock now, trying to get it down to where you have just enough time to score yourself and not allow the other team.
Split backs again for Isom. He looks to give it, pulls it back, and throws to the near side. It's complete. At the 16-yard line, number 5 on the reception that time was Tyler Pulley.
So now you're in a situation, it's 3rd down and 2 to go.
Isom looks for the quick snap. He gets it. Coming to the near side, it's Trey Jackson. Oh, excuse me, that was number 22 on the tote there for the Rams. David Allen was in that time. Got the call. 4th down and about 4 inches here for Texas Wesleyan. They try to get a quick snap off, and a timeout on the field called by the Rams. So now 4 seconds, Vince. You're going to go ahead and try to take that field goal here?
Yeah, I believe so. There's not enough time for Isom to get under center and get the first without the clock running completely out on you. So you bring in your field goal kicker. You add 3 points to get you that much closer. You take it in at halftime, make any necessary halftime adjustments, and at least you're 3 points closer. So 21-16 as opposed to 21-13. A touchdown puts you up after that. So yeah, I mean that's again. I'm looking. I don't see the kicker in the huddle just yet. Maybe they're just talking it over right now, but they don't have any time to do anything else unless they just figure, you know what? Let's just see what happens, and we'll throw the ball, and that'll be our last play of the half. Do or die.
Just take one shot, throw those dice out there. Oh, here we go.
So we have what appears to be a 33-yard field goal, left hash.
So here we go, a 31-yard
31,
attempt now for number 27 for the Rams, Gregory Blazer. The snap, the high snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it's good.
There you go, halftime.
So now it's halftime, 21-16, OUAZ leading Texas Wesleyan, and a 5-point ball game here, Vince. What can we expect after both these teams go into the locker room and make the halftime adjustments?
Well, you're going to have OUAZ will be receiving the opening kickoff of the third quarter, so much of the same. I would expect that they're going to do a good talking to with the particular your quarterback and your running back in the locker room to see what adjustments need to be made. Your wide receiver coach is going to be very active in that conversation to talk about some of the things they need to do versus the coverage versus the secondary that they're looking at. What adjustments need to be made? What is not being communicated out there? That's the problem, and they have to make those adjustments at half if they expect to do what they've been doing the last few weeks in that second half, and that's come out and score fast, early, and often.
Yeah, the Spirit very good at making those halftime adjustments. Coach Mike Nesbitt, Coach Mike Buffet, and Coach David Mosley, a lot of those guys, Coach Rob, really good at going into the locker room, evaluating what happened in the first half, seeing what they need to do differently in the second half to be more successful, and they'll make those adjustments come out here, and we'll see it in the second half. So thanks for joining us here on the OUAZ Digital Network. We're at halftime, 20 minutes to go. We'll step aside, take a break, and come back to you. We'll stretch our legs a little bit. We'll be back in about 15 minutes or so. Stay tuned and come back for the second half. It should be a good one.
Go Spirit.
Cool.
Alrighty, I'm gonna head downstairs for a few minutes. I'll be
Sweet.
right back.
Okay.
You want to just kind of walk around a little bit?
Yeah.
We
You
got
want to leave
20
this on?
We should kill it.
Yeah. All right. See you guys. Look, three people.
Sweet.
Hey.
Thanks everyone who checked
Bye,
it
Mom.
out. Hope you enjoyed it. Climbing in the booth.
I'm gonna head downstairs.
Do we have a runner for